Back like I never left. Welcome to another episode of the Part My Back Show. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Follow me on Instagram @_Sebastian West, where you can check out my artwork and all of the Splinter. If you don't like what I'm kicking, like what I'm spitting, just know when you tune to this, the cloth is different. Somebody stated that I'm biased, right? I'm biased with the movies I review. I agree with them 1000%. I am biased. I'm not going to watch everything. I'm just not. I'm not going to watch any that ain't, if the content includes a bunch of nonsense, I ain't watching it just to say I watched a movie. Nah, fam. I'm not going to watch a bunch of filth out here just to say, oh, I watched this. That's not what I do. I cater to movies that I can recommend people watch without the nonsense included. So yes, if it has some sort of obscene, perverse, anything of that nature, I'm not going to recommend it. If the language is, if they're wilding with their language, I'm not going to recommend it. So yes, I'm 100% biased. By the way, this film right here doesn't include any of those things that I mentioned before. One Life, starring Anthony Hopkins. It's about the World War II and how the Nazis had occupied Czechoslovakia. What's his name? Nicholas Winston or Winton? Nicholas Winton. I hope I'm pronouncing the guy's name right. Nicholas Winton was a London broker. He overheard, some things that was going on in certain countries, right? So he visits Czechoslovakia, Prague as well. One of the two. I know he visited Czechoslovakia. He went there. He noticed the place was in peril. It was wild. Children with no parents, they had a particular scene where like a 12-year-old girl had a baby. First thing I thought was, how did this 12-year-old get a baby? I'm thinking something, wild happened. But that wasn't the case. It was she found a baby crying and she just started to take care of it. It's wild, because I guess the parents died. So he took it upon himself to help these people in Czechoslovakia. He wanted to do something. He couldn't just sit here and watch this happen. Commendable, right? Everybody was against, and they weren't against. I say they were apprehensive of, doing something of this nature due to how powerful the Germans were at this time. They had to sneak and get certain funds, and if people find out what you're doing with the funds, they wouldn't help you. Like it was basically like Mission Impossible. Honestly, this is Mission Impossible. You know what I'm saying? Without the Tom Cruise aspect running around the world, this is Mission Impossible. This is the real Mission Impossible. So his mom helps him. She sets out, and I like her approach. Mom Dukes was dope. She's played by the actress. What's her name? Very distinct face. Hopefully I pronounced her name correctly. Helena Carter. Yes, played his mom. She killed it, and Anthony Hopkins' wife killed it, played by Lena Olin. She killed it as well. They were his support system. Those two, they had his back. Now I like the way they flashed back, like they showed, they went through the time frame, like it was, 1 minute, in one moment you saw London elderly, and then the next moment you saw him in his younger days, how things became full circle. But it chopped up within the film, it went back and forth, time lapse, back and forth. So I appreciated that. I like that a lot. So he sets out to save these children, right? Now he saved approximately 600 children, probably more. And they showed scenes where the Nazis figured things out, stopped trains, just aired the train out, killed them all. They showed certain scenes. It was a heartfelt film. I don't know why I'm watching these heartfelt films. Like, what's going on, man? Past lives and now these melodramatic films, man. It's like the older I'm getting, the sappier I'm getting, man. And more empathetic and sympathetic. What's going on with me, man? We're going through like a midlife crisis. Nevertheless, this was a good film. Very informative. It seems this year I watched more films that have been more informative than the years past. With the likes of Cabrini and this one, I'm learning a lot. And I appreciate that. I appreciate this film coming to light. And the scene we all saw with the trailer was very heartfelt, where, they asked anybody in the audience if, he saved you or any sort of you know, has he had an impact on it? Everybody stood up and, you know, cried and things of that nature. So yes, go check the film out. Long story short, man, go check One Life out. Anthony Hopkins is killing it, and in his, as he's getting older, it seems like his acting is improving. Like it is what it is. The guy can act. So salute to Anthony Hopkins. Salute to the writers and directors, everybody that took place in making this film, because I appreciate this. It was very educational and informative for a guy like me. So check it out. 8.5 out of 10. One Life. That's what I give it. If you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack if that didn't get enough part of my back. Remember, slow run is better than no run. What's meant for you ain't gonna miss you. And let all things be done decently and in order. Check out my Instagram page. Like, share, subscribe. Until the next time, man, hold it down. Salute.